Facebook Live class. I'm Jen here at Homegrown Yoga. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, or if you're joining us on another day, you can always check out these videos later on or on our YouTube channel as well. And we have other offerings on there too, beyond these live classes, some shorter practices and some other meditations and things like that as well. So we are going to go ahead and get started in a comfortable seat. If you want to add a blanket or a towel or anything underneath you to kind of sit up on a little bit, feel free to do so. So just find that cross-legged seat up on your blanket or towel if you'd like, otherwise just seated on your mat. And start to sit up nice and tall, inhaling and exhaling. And just start to settle in here from your day. Feel free to grab any props or anything that you would like to have for practice. And just take your time to quiet the mind and settle in. We're going to be moving a little bit more fluidly this evening in this flow. So nothing super challenging, but just sort of a nice fluid movement. Not necessarily a lot of holding in our poses. So just linking that breath and the movement. Finding that unity, our breath, our body, and our spirits. If you want to close down the eyes as we start to kind of get settled and turn our attention inward, feel free. You can rest the arms and the hands, either palms up or palms down, wherever suits you. If you're seeking more energy this evening, maybe leaving them open. If there's any particular hand position, mudra, that you'd like to take, feel free to do so. Even if you want to leave the palms down, if that's a little more quieting or grounding for you this evening, feel free to do so. So whatever suits you, just come into your space, your practice, wherever that is for you tonight. And start to just tune into your breath, wherever it is to start. So maybe just noticing if you're feeling like you're hurrying from some other task and where your natural breath is. Typically, we're breathing more quickly, short, shallow breath. And in our yoga practice, we're trying to elongate and deepen that breath. So full, deep breath in, that slight pause at the top, and then full, complete breath out. And take as long as you need there. So maybe it's to a count of 5, inhaling 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then exhaling out 2, 3, 4, 5. If that's too much or not enough, you're welcome to take it down a little bit, or maybe take it further than 5 count breath. So just whatever suits you. That deep diaphragmatic breath, drawing the belly in, finding the stabilizing muscles in our center, our abdominal muscles as we sit up nice and tall. We'll ground our sitting bones down into the blanket or the mat, letting your shoulders drop away from your ears, but not overarching the chest forward. So really slight tuck of the tail as you sit up nice and tall, and again, just strengthening from your center outward. Let the knees fall open, and it doesn't have to be exactly a cross-legged seat. Say maybe just the legs kind of fold in front of one another, whatever suits you. Remembering that our practice is about no competition, no expectations, no judgments. Always listen to yourself before listening to me. I am a guide, but if something doesn't suit you quite well this evening, you can always adjust slightly, do a little less, only doing more if you feel comfortable and are familiar. So just quiet from your day, let any thoughts or busyness or to-dos settle in your mind, and let your mat be your little island here for this next hour as we breathe and move together, being nowhere else but right here. If there's any intention you'd like to take for your practice, feel free to do so. Maybe just calling to mind some focus or word, phrase, an affirmation. Allow yourself to get centered. Allow yourself to turn inward, which I know can be challenging at home. There's pets or kids or spouses floating around. Just try to turn your attention inward and let any distractions or other things going on stay off of your mat. Soften your jaw, soften your brow center. Just take another few rounds of breath here, filling up, inhaling. Slight pause at the top, and then exhaling out. Let go of anything else you don't need, anything that is no longer serving you, just let it go. Breathing in, and then breathing out. Just one more round of breath here. Slowly start to reach the arms up overhead, taking a nice long side body stretch through each side. Maybe start to open the eyes, clasp the hands. Index finger can point tall as you reach up through the side body. Start to engage your abdominals even more. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and reach, and then exhale. This time hands come to Anjali Mudra, heart center. Just bow for a moment. Prepare for your practice. Thank yourself for making the time. Inhaling and exhale. Breathing in, reach the arms up overhead. And then this time, take the right arm down, left arm up and over. Just a nice little side body stretch. Reach through the left side body, keeping your left sitting bone rooted down. And then on your next exhale, just float forward and come all the way around. Left arm down this time, right arm reaching up and over as you reach through the right side. And then exhale and fold over. Take up all the space that you need as you inhale, left arm reaches, and maybe turn the gaze and the heart center up a little bit. So just linking that movement with the breath now. As you exhale, fold, left hand comes down and the right arm comes up and over, turning up underneath the right arm a little bit. As you exhale, fold in half, just hip hinging forward, right hand comes down. Left arm reaches up and over as you reach, get a little longer through the left side. And breathing in and then breathing out as you fold, left hand down, right arm up and around. Reach through the right side. And then slowly come back up through center. Take both hands behind you this time, or both arms behind you, clasping at the hands. Knuckles down towards your mat or the floor behind you. As you start to open up through the chest, taking the head back if that's comfortable for the neck. Open up the jaw, stick the tongue out, lion's breath. Exhaling out of the mouth, open up through the front of the throat, and then on your next exhale, start to hip hinge forward and lead with the heart, folding forward as far as you'd like. When you get about halfway, go ahead and release the hands and take the arms out ahead of you. Walk them out a little further, maybe fold a little further. And then reach a little further through the side body as you inhale. And then exhale and just release down. And then slowly start to walk your way up. And reach the arms up overhead. This time, right elbow bends, left hand to it as you climb the right fingers down the back and just open up through the right shoulder a little bit further. Again, keep your posture, so still sitting up nice and tall. Your next breath in, reach the right arm back up. Both arms reach and elongate, and then when you're ready, left elbow bends, right hand to it as you climb the left fingers down the back. Draw the belly in, so strong and stable from your center, drawing down, opening up through the left shoulder a little bit. And slowly release and just take cactus arms as you draw open. Inhale and reach up overhead once again. As you exhale, bend the elbows and draw down. Once more as you inhale, lengthen. And then as you exhale, bend down into the cactus arms or maybe a little further. Last time as you reach up, inhale, exhale, come down. And then slowly release that. Keep the right knee bent and just reach the left leg out. As you're ready, take the right arm up and then inhale and reach a little taller. The left hand can just come at the left hip, or maybe the left hand down to the mat. And as you exhale, fold and reach. Right hand towards the left foot. Get a little longer as you inhale, and then as you exhale, fold over that leg. Opening up through the right side ribs, lengthening through the back of the left leg. Slowly inhale to rise, and just gently switch sides. So left knee bends and right leg extends this time. Again, right hand can come to your hip or just down at the side of the leg. Left arm reaching up and over. Slight rotation towards the right leg, and then as you inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, start to fold and reach left hand down towards that foot. Lengthen through the left side body, folding over the right leg. Take another breath in as you inhale and lengthen, and then breath out as you fold. Get a little more length through the left side, getting length also through the back of the leg. And slowly release as you're ready, and just start to make your way off of your mat, or off of your blanket or towel if you've added it, sliding that out of the way. You can always use something like that for the knees as well when we come onto hands and knees. So take your time to find that tabletop position, shoulders over your wrists and knees hip distance. And start to move into some cat and cow. As you're ready, exhale, round. Press all the air out. As you inhale, draw the heart center, tail up, gaze up. Exhale to round and press all the air out. Inhale and release through. Once more, exhaling, rounding into your cat stretch. As you inhale, melt the heart center, tail up, gaze up. And then gently come back to neutral, shift the hips, take the knees nice and wide, and then press back to your child's pose. So you want to give yourself some space here. Toes to touch, walk your way down, taking the chest and the belly down to the mat. Nice long arms. You can always come back to this nice restful pose whenever you'd like. When you're ready, slowly come on up back to all fours. And then when you're ready, reach the right arm up, and then as you exhale, take the right arm underneath. Threading the right arm underneath the left. As you're ready, inhale and rise once again, reach the right arm up. And then exhale and thread it behind the left. Inhale to rise and reach the right arm long. As you exhale, right arm threads behind. This time we're going to stay a few more rounds of breath. So if you want to rotate a little further, you're welcome to. Left hand can walk out a little bit further, maybe pressing into the stretch a little bit more. Take another breath in, another breath out. And when you're ready, maybe draw that left hand back in if you've taken it out, and then release, right arm reaches up. As you exhale, right hand comes down. Take a moment to shift or adjust whatever you need. And then when you're ready, left arm rises as you reach. And then exhale, left arm threads behind the right, this time coming onto the left shoulder. You can always adjust, but we're just going to be here for one round of breath. As you're ready, inhale, the left arm reaches back up. And then exhale, thread it behind the right. Inhale and rise. This time we'll stay as you thread it behind. Come down onto the shoulder again. If you want to walk the right hand out a little further to rotate a bit more, feel free. One more round of breath here. When you're ready, slowly start to rise. Left arm reaching up and down. And then when you're ready, adjust maybe the knees back a little, like a foot or two, and come forward into your kneeling plank. So lift the toe, or lift the feet and activate the toes, so really spreading them wide. and press through the balls of your feet. So draw the shoulders back, elbows in, tuck at the tail, so nice kneeling plank here. This is always an option from full plank as well. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly lower down. Hops of the feet, press. And then inhale and come into just a nice wide cobra. Hands can come out to the side. And then exhale and down. Take the arms long and bend the knees and just take a moment to windshield wiper the legs side to side. And when you're ready, coming back, hands at chest, coming up onto the knees, lift. And then when you're ready, plant the toes and lift your way up and back into your first downward facing dog. So take your moment here to walk in place, stretching out through the backs of the legs. Take your time. Send your sitting bones nice and high. Big upside down V shape on your mat. And when you're ready, slowly come back to that kneeling plank. And then exhale, slowly lower down, tops of the feet, press. Inhale once again, wide cobra. Maybe lift a little higher, but stable through the center, no pinching in your lower spine. Exhale and come down, hands at your sides, knees, toes turn, downward facing dog. Walk it out here, whatever you need. Couple rounds of breath. And then as you're ready, once again, coming back down, kneeling plank. Exhale, slowly lower. So just a little modified part of our salutation. Hands come out to the sides. As you inhale, rise into a wide cobra. And then exhale all the way down. Hands at your sides. Knees, toes turn. Downward facing dog. Walk it out. I'm just going to take that one more time. Coming down into your kneeling plank with control. Exhale, lowering from the bend of your elbows, tops of the feet, press. Draw the belly in, stabilizing from your center as you inhale, rise. And as you exhale, come down, hands at your sides, knees and toes turn, downward facing dog. So walking in place, take time, just adjust anything you need. When you're ready, start to reach your right leg out behind you, just a nice long three-legged dog. Remembering to press the left heel down to the mat, keep stable and evenly weighted through your arms. You're welcome to roll out the ankle or move the toes, any little subtle movement there you like. And then slowly start to come down, draw the knee in, and just place the right foot forward, drop the left knee down. And take the hands in, so we're going to walk the right foot a little further out. And we're not coming all the way down into lizard, but just coming right here. And keep the left toes turned under if you wish, or you can let them come down. So it's more of a modified lizard, nothing too big quite yet. Just take another breath in, try to draw the heart center forward. Inhaling and exhaling. Gently lifting up and off of your left knee, planting your hands, and take the right leg back, finding your high plank. So drawing the tail under, draw straight from your center, draw the shoulders back. 2 more rounds of breath, inhale and exhale. Breathing in, this time breathing out, slowly lower down, inhale into upward facing dog. And then exhaling back, downward facing dog. Walk it out. Just keep adding on as you're ready. Left leg reaches out. Right heel sinks. Stabilize through your hands, your arms, your shoulders, or even reach through the left side. Turn the ankle, move the toes, whatever you need. And then when you're ready, you'll slowly let that leg start to come down. Draw the knee in and place the left foot through. So take the left toes out to the side a little bit. Take the left hand on the inside and drop that back knee. So we're not going all the way down to lizard, but a little bit more of a wide, low lunge to start. Opening up through the hips. Again, evenly weighted through both arms. Inhale and exhale, one more round of breath. Taking your time. When you're ready, right knee picks up, stabilize through your center, left leg goes back. Once again, find your high plank, 3 rounds of breath. Nice and strong, gaze is down, back of the neck is long. Your next exhale, we slowly lower, hover, inhale and rise. Upward facing dog, you can always stay with cobra. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Feel free to walk it out here. And then as you're ready, rise on your toes, bend your knees, and just walk the feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Feet about hip distance, let the upper body hang heavy over the lower body. You can take the hands to either elbow if you wish, or let the arms just hang in your ragdoll. Maybe sway a little bit to the sides. One knee bending, one leg straightening, taking your time. And then when you're ready, release the hands, bend the knees, start to lift the gaze, and press down and rise. Reach tall. And then exhale the arms down into your mountain. So just take a few rounds of breath here in your mountain. Check in with this standing posture. So all of our standing postures come from here. Root down through the feet, rise up through the legs, engage, lift the kneecaps, belly draws in, heart center open, relax the shoulders down the back. So we'll start moving a little more fluidly now. You can always modify or adjust whenever you need. You can always take a child's pose or a down dog anytime as well. Inhale and reach the arms up nice and long. Exhale, fold forward, swan diving over the legs. Inhale, lift halfway. So we've already done the lower part of our salutation. Just adding the top. Place the hands, step back. Finding your high plank or kneeling. Slowly lower down to hover or all the way. Inhaling cobra or up dog. And exhaling back downward facing dog. Rise high on your toes. Bend your knees. Look to where you're landing. Big steps all the way up. Halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Press down and rise, reach up, bring it back to heart center. Inhale and sweep. Exhale and fold, lead with the heart to fold all the way down. Halfway lift and lengthen. Exhaling down, plant your hands and step back. Finding your high to low, elbows drop in as you inhale, broaden the chest and open thighs, lift it up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise high, bend the knees, and then exhale to the front. Lengthen and fold. Pressing down and rising up. Exhaling the hands through. Inhale, sweeping, wide, and then exhale and fold forward all the way down. Halfway lift. Gaze is down, back the neck is long. Exhale to fold. Plant your hands and step back. Find your plank or kneeling, always option, to lower down all the way. And then inhale, cobra, smaller back bend. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. Inhale to rise, bend your knees, look to where you're landing. Use all that center body strength to get there. Halfway and fold. Press down and rise, reach tall. Exhale, bring it in. One more Sunday. Inhaling, rising up. And then exhaling and folding forward. Halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold, plant your hands and step back. Take your time, no hurry. Slowly lower. Inhale to your cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhaling back, downward facing dog. This time we'll stay for 5 rounds of breath. So feel free to adjust whatever you need. Just sink the heels a little further down towards the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. As you're getting warmer, muscles are starting to get into those stretches. Breath heating up the body a little bit. Right leg reaching out, and then this time as you bend the knee, come through, plant the right foot, ball of your left foot. Keep that leg active as you press down and come on up to your high crescent lunge. Inhale, and then exhale, hands come through heart center. And just inhale and lengthen to bow over the right leg. As you're ready, exhale, bend into it. Inhale, and then exhale as you bow over it. Once more. Inhale, lengthen, draw the heart center up. And then exhale and fold over that leg. Plant your hands and lift and send your right leg right back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, high to low with control. No hurry. Inhale to lengthen and draw up. And then exhale, go back. This time, left leg's going to reach out. Big step through with control. Left foot lands, ball of your right foot. Come on up to your high crescent lunge. So really deep lunge in your left knee towards the left toes. The small toes rather. Ball of your right foot. Inhale and then exhale, hands through heart center. Come down. Take an inhale to lengthen. And then an exhale to fold. Ball of your right foot behind you, so your heel's still lifted. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Once more, draw the heart center up. Exhale and fold over the left leg. This time just plant the hands. Bend into that left knee just enough to take the left leg back and find your downward facing dog. Once more as you come forward, inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. This time when you're ready, rise on your toes, bend your knees. Exhale to the front, this time toes to touch. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to fold. Press down and rise, reach up. And then exhale and sit, Utkatasana, right there. 3 rounds of breath, draw the belly in, lift the toes, strong from your center, sit a little lower. This time as your inhale comes, you reach up, and then exhale the hands all the way through. Halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold, Surya Namaskar. Exhale and take it back. Inhale and then exhale to lower. Rise and open the chest. Take it back, downward facing dog. Right leg reaching out. This time heading into your warrior one. Right foot lands, left foot turns down. Deep lunge in your right knee. Draw up into that deep lunge in the right knee. Pressing into the left side of the left foot. Turning the hips to the top of the mat. Inhale, and then exhale, the hands come through center. Place them down, ball of your left foot. Lift and send your right leg back. Maybe keep it lifted. Slowly lower. Inhale up. And then exhale, that downward facing dog. Left leg rises, reach out. Big step through, left foot lands, right foot turns. Warrior one, other side. Take your time to set it up. Turning the hips to the top of the mat. Big lunge in that left knee. Press through the outer side of your right foot. If it's helpful to take the hands to the hips to start, kind of get that action of the right hip coming around as the left draws back. You can always adjust your feet as needed as well. Exhale, the hands come through. Place them down, ball of your right foot. Lift and send your leg back without scraping. High to low, you can always put that foot down. Can be modified as well. Take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise, bend your knees, walk, step or float, toes to touch, Samasthiti. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to fold, and then press down and rise. Reach up. Exhale, sit low. Draw the belly in, sit a little lower, weights in your heels, toes are light. Same thing, press down and rise. Exhale, come forward. Halfway to lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold, place your hands and step back with control. You can always skip a vinyasa and go right to downward facing dog as well. So no worries there. Right leg's gonna reach out. Big step through, once again, warrior one. Set it up, building from the bottom up, nice strong base. Inhale and exhale, hands come through. Lift and send your right leg back. Again, you can keep it lifted, come right back down to your plank, whatever suits you. Lift into your up dog or cobra, and then exhale back, downward facing dog. Left leg rises, big step through with control, left foot lands, right foot turns. Placing it down, big lunge into the left leg as you press through the outer side of your right foot. And then exhale, hands come through, place them down, ball of your right foot, lift and send that left leg back. Match it up, lower down, inhale up, exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale to rise, bend your knees, exhale to the front. Take your time, toes to touch halfway. Exhale to fold. Press down and rise, reach up. Once again, sit low, Utkatasana. This time maybe rise on your toes. Sit a little lower. Set the heels down. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale all the way down. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. This time we'll add on from our sun B. Slowly come through. Take your time. All meeting back in our downward facing dog. Right leg rises. Big step through, right foot lands. Left foot turns. Building all the way up, warrior one. We're going to take another couple breaths here. So take your time. Inhaling and exhaling. Deeper lunge in that right knee if you can. Exhale the arms behind you to clasp. So take your time as you reach and open the chest, deeper lunge. And then exhale, bowing warrior, either coming just at the top of that thigh or maybe inside, crown of the head down. Inhale, slowly rise, lift the gaze slowly. And then come on back up to one. Ball of your left foot and prepare warrior three. So arms can stay overhead. You can always take airplane or hands to heart center. Your choice. Ball of your left foot pressing back, either pressing through your left heel as you fold. Maybe the arms reach out. Right leg strong, right knee soft as you gaze down, folding forward. And then slowly exhale and come down over the right leg. Left leg lifts a little higher, maybe towards standing splits. And then as you're ready, lunge into the right knee, hug that left leg behind you, lift the gaze. Inhale and reach a little longer. Exhale, lunge into the right and hug that left leg behind you. Inhale, this time we'll get a little fancier. Exhale and hug it in. Take some weight back into the right heel. Maybe lift the hands. Lift, keeping that left foot hugged in. And then release when you're ready. Reach it back out. Slowly lunge into the right knee. Set the left foot down. Right leg goes back. You can go right to downward facing dog. Or if you want to come to your plank, feel free. Slowly lower. Inhale up. And then exhale and go back. So same thing on the other side. Left leg rises. Big step through. Left foot lands. Right foot turns. Take your time to set it up. Hips turning to the top of the mat. Reaching your arms up to your warrior one. Your next exhale, release the arms behind you to clasp. Draw open, lunge a little deeper into the left knee, and then exhale and bow. Either just to the top of that leg without collapsing on it, or inside, crown of the head, maybe towards the mat. Slowly rise, lift your gaze. Release the arms, back overhead. Prepare, ball of your right foot this time. So you know where we're headed, warrior three. Arms can stay overhead, hands to heart center, back in airplane, whatever suits you. Left knee remains soft. Your right leg's gonna shoot back behind you as you fold forward. Again, whatever hand placement suits you. Gaze down. Press through the right heel, right toes, right hip faces the mat. As you're ready to come down, slowly release forward, tips of the fingers down. Don't rely on the arms too much. Reach that right leg a little higher towards your standing split. And then 3 rounds here. When you're ready, left knee bends, right leg hugs behind. Try to get lighter through your arms each time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lunge into the left knee. This time, third and final. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, and come forward. Weights a little bit more into that left heel. Lift the right foot a little closer to you, and then maybe hands can come to heart center. You can always use a finger or two to balance. One side might be better than the other. Or just different. When you're ready to come out, do so slowly, reach back, and then just set it down. Left leg goes back. You can go right to down dog, child's pose, or if you'd like, come with us through that lower part of the salutation. Inhale up, and then exhale all the way back. Inhale to rise, bend your knees, and then exhale to the front. Lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Pressing down and rising tall all the way up. Exhale the hands through heart center and just toe heel the feet apart as you come to your mountain pose. Again, take stock in your foundation here. So all of our standing posture is coming from this place. 3 rounds of breath. Take a moment. Always welcome to get water or anything when you need it. Start to toe heel the feet apart a little further. And then inhale and reach the arms up. Exhale the hands through and come all the way down to your low squat. Bow the head for a moment. And the breath was going pretty quickly there. Try to slow it down. When you're ready, we're going to rise, keeping the hands to heart center if you can, or just start to reach the arms overhead. If you need to touch them down, that's okay too. Press down and rise, reach up, and then slowly toe heel the feet back. Exhale the arms at your side. Take a few breaths in your mountain pose. I'm just going to turn this way so we can see you a little bit better out there. So when you're ready, we're going to move into another balancing pose. Take a second here. Options exist. So you can take tree, just with the foot at the ankle, the calf, never your knee, or all the way to the inner thigh. If you would like to come with me for something a little different, and maybe you're familiar, coming into this figure 4 shape, so where the ankle's on top of the left thigh. I'm going to take the hands to heart center. If you've done this before and you can take the right foot all the way up into that left hip crease and can keep the balance all the way up here, you're welcome to. If that's too much, no worries. I'm going to stay in this mid-range, probably the most accessible to everybody. Draw the hands in. Find your balance. And when you're ready, reach the arms up and start to sit into that same chair pose. Exhale the hands through and then start to fold forward once again. Come to just sort of the tips of the fingers. Left leg is your stability as you fold over it, keeping that right knee bent. If you want to try to float it, maybe the left hand comes to the ankle. Get a little lighter through the right. If you're feeling pretty balanced, maybe both hands release. Or you can just sort of walk the hands back a little further if that helps to fold a little deeper. You're ready to come out. Do so slowly, lifting the gaze first, bend in that left knee. Try to come back up the same way that you got in, and gently just release on that side. Feel free to shake it out. Take your time. And then when you're ready, same thing. So you can stay with your tree. Right leg is your stability this time. Left foot can come to the ankle, the calf, or all the way up to the inner thigh, just not on your knee. And again, this version coming into this figure 4 shape. If you're familiar and can stand in that half lotus shape, you're welcome to. Taking the hands to heart center, just find your balance first, fix your gaze. Slow your breath even more. And then when you're ready, start to float the arms up overhead. Inhaling up, and then exhale and start to sit into that chair shape once again. Your next exhale, losing my balance. Hands to heart center and start to fold, moving slowly, coming down maybe to the peace fingers or just to spider fingers, and start to fold over your right leg. Again, you can move the hands back if you'd like, or maybe one hand comes to the right ankle and then the other. Keeping that left side opening, right knee is soft. As you're ready to come up, doing so slowly, walking the hands up, lunge into that right knee. So you're not pulling up with these legs straight. You don't want to put any pressure on your back. Just slowly start to rise, releasing that left leg and shaking out on this side. So slowly coming back to face the top of your mat if you've moved. Take an inhale to rise and just reach the arms overhead. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale and lengthen up. Exhaling down, hands come to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Walking it out here. When you're ready, start to come down onto the knees and just sit back onto the heels. Pause here for a moment and start to just close the eyes. If you feel like you're breathing a little too rapidly, starting to steady that breath. And then when you're ready, start to take the arms behind you and draw the heart center open. You can keep your chin towards the chest, or if you want to drop the head back, you can. But then when you're ready, you're pressing into your hands and lift your seat up off of your heels a bit, stretching through the quadriceps. When you're ready, slowly release, seat back down to the heels. 2 more times. Press into the hands, lift the seat off the heels any amount. It's also a nice stretch through the upper body, a little back bend, shoulders drawing open. If it's comfortable for the head to go back, you can. If that's too much on the neck, just keep your chin to the chest. Slowly release down. Once more. When you're ready, keep the knees down onto the mat. As a tendency to have them want to lift up. You want to leave them down, even if that means just pressing up a tiny amount. 3rd and final time. And then slowly release. Make your way forward. If you want to take a brief child's pose, maybe widen the knees, feel free to do so. Otherwise, start to make your way up into downward facing dog. We'll all meet there. As you're ready, just take a step through. Right foot lands, left foot turns, and we'll just windmill up to come into our warrior 2. Couple more standing postures here before we work our way down. Take an inhale as you keep the lunge and just reverse it up and back. Stay for the exhale and then inhale and come on up. Start to straighten that right leg and rotate down into your triangle. Left arm over the right. Gaze wherever is comfortable for the neck. When you're ready, soft bend in the right knee as you inhale, rise, reverse your triangle this time. And then slowly come back up. Turn the right toes, wide angled stance. Exhale the arms behind you to clasp. Draw the hands towards one another as you open the chest, maybe gaze up. And then exhale and fold forward. Keeping the arms behind you as long as you're comfortable. Crown of the head maybe to the mat or maybe to a block. You're always welcome to incorporate your block. Releasing the hands down either to the sides of your feet or maybe just between the legs. Soft knees, light toes, root down through your whole foot as you come into this wide angle forward fold. One more breath in and out. As you're ready to rise, do so slowly, lifting up halfway. Maybe toe heel the feet in a touch, bend the knees, hands to hips as you come back up. And then left toes turn. And big lunge into that left knee, warrior two, other side. Keep the lunge in the left knee as you inhale, rise, and take it up and back into your reverse warrior. Inhaling up. Stay for the exhale and then softly straightening the front leg. Rotate down into your triangle. This is a good place to add your block if you'd like. Right arm over the left. Take an inhale. Start to soften the left knee as you come up and back into your reverse triangle. And then slowly release, left toes turn. Right toes turn, and just cartwheel the arms down, placing them. Last time through your vinyasa, so your choice can be high, knees. Take your time, inhale one last cobra or up dog. And then exhale and just set it all down onto the mat, maybe scooch back if you need. Coming into your crocodile. So arms out ahead of you, elbows out. Let your feet come out to the sides, widen your legs. Maybe just sort of make a little pillow with the hands at the forehead. And just take a few rounds of breath here and see how quickly your breath is moving, and start to just slow it down. So crocodile is really just a resting pose and a place to take note of our breath. One more breath in and breath out. Start to take the legs back to center. This time, hands at your sides. Draw the elbows in. Knees and toes turn up and back, downward facing dog. So moving into either your half pigeon or your lizard pose. So we kind of played with a little baby lizard at the beginning of our practice. If you want to come into that full version and go a little deeper into it, all the way down, you are welcome to. If you want to take your pigeon, that's great too. Knees bending towards this right hand as your left leg is back. So either one, I'm going to come into pigeon since we sort of checked out lizard a little bit in the beginning of practice just for demoing purposes. Take an inhale and lengthen wherever you are. You can always adjust if you have that blanket nearby and you want to add a little height under the right side so that you don't feel like you're falling off to the right. Feel free to support yourself there. When you're ready, you're exhaling and walking your way down. You can always adjust this front foot if you're in pigeon. Coming down to the hands or to your forearms. Again, you can make a little place for the head to rest. It's also a good place for a block. You want to add that little spot for the head to rest. Wherever you are, you want to try to see how settled you can get into this posture. And once you've wiggled around and done whatever you need, try to see where you can soften. If you're all the way down to the forehead onto the mat, maybe just release the arms back behind you. If you were in lizard, the back toes can stay under or stay curled under. Maybe coming down onto your left knee. More active or passive, just as you'd like. So your choice of where you want to be. Just 2 more rounds of breath where you are. See where you can let go. See what you can let go of. When you're ready to come out, slowly pressing into the hands to gently lift yourself up and out. Again, whatever you'd like to counter pose, maybe just reach through the right leg, long behind you, or downward facing dog, walk it out. Whenever you're ready, you're transitioning to the other side. The left knee bends, or the left foot plants, and you're coming into this lizard position. If you're coming all the way down into lizard, maybe the toes are even off of the mat, and you're coming down onto the hands, wherever you can rest the head. So a little more intense if you want to be there. Or if you want to take pigeon, as I did on the other side, so I will even up and do this one on this side as well. Back leg is long behind you, toes under or not. And always take time to get yourself set, square up towards the top of the mat. Inhale and lengthen. And then exhale and walk your way down to the hands, to your forearms, to the forehead. If you're all the way down, maybe let the arms just come alongside. Just 3 more rounds of breath where you are. See if you can soften. No gripping, no holding on. Start to walk your hands up, pressing into them. Slowly lift yourself up and out. Again, whatever counter pose you'd like, maybe just reaching long or walking it out. And then as you're ready, we're just going to take a seat onto the mat, legs long ahead of you. Feel free to take your block with you as we come down onto the back. Take an inhale and lengthen and just find your staff pose, sitting up nice and tall. Reach the arms overhead. And then exhale and fold forward, reaching out and over the legs, pausing to lengthen, and then exhale and round. Inhale and rise back up, invite the hands to heart center, and slowly roll yourself all the way down to the mat, taking your time. 1 vertebrae at a time, maybe 1 elbow at a time, to slowly start to release all the way to the mat. When you're ready, hug the knees in, inhaling, and then exhaling out of the mouth, sigh it out. Release any last little bit of tension that you are finding. Take the knees around to the right and left. Back to center. And then when you're ready, let the knees
Go all the way to the right in your spinal twist. Lift the right shoulder blade, release the left back down to the mat. You can always draw the right hand on the top of the left leg to draw it across a little further. Left arm reaching out. Soft belly as you twist, just releasing in the spine. When you're ready, gently come back to center. Rock it out, reset as needed, and then let the knees fall to the left. Left shoulder lifts, replant both shoulder blades towards your mat. Right arm extends. Left hand can guide the top leg across. You can always vary this with one leg straight too. Lots of options in your reclined spinal twists. Just try to start to slow down even more. Wringing it out. Gently coming back to center. Reset. Find your center. And then set the feet down onto the mat. Let the arms come long. Walk the feet close to you, keeping the knees hip distance. If you want to add the block in between the legs, to add a little bit more to our bridge pose, you're welcome to. Take an inhale and press into the feet, squeeze through the buttocks and the quadriceps to lift and engage. Inner thighs working, right shoulder and left shoulder comes under. Clasping the hands, coming into your bridge, space between your chest and chin. Lengthen the back of your neck, your breath is fluid. When you're ready, untuck the shoulders, slowly release down. If you want to take the block out, if you added it, feel free. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. And then when you're ready, we're coming up again to our bridge. This time you're welcome to add your block beneath you at whatever level suits you, just across your tailbone, your sacrum. Add more of a supported bridge. If you want to take it without or don't have a block handy, no worries at all. Coming back into your bridge pose. Maybe adding that block beneath you. Making sure that it is comfortable wherever it is. That might take a second to find. And rolling the shoulders underneath as much as you like. Maybe just reach the arms long, planting the hands down to your mat. You can always take your block, whatever level suits you. Try not to let the knees fall open as we're here. Even though the block is helping us, we don't want the legs to sort of check out and not do any of the work. If you're on a higher level of your block and would like to come down one, please feel free to do so. We're going to take the legs overhead. And when you're ready, and if you're not on block, just go ahead and release all the way down to the mat. And then we're going to take one leg overhead at a time, both legs eventually matching up overhead. And just take a moment to roll out the ankles or move the toes, release any tension in the ankles, and just let the blood flow release in the opposite direction. Soften your face, soften your brow center, your jaw. When you're ready, slowly start to take the legs down one at a time. If you're on your block, gently just lift up and off of it. And then come down into your reclining bound angle, soles of the feet together. Let the knees just fall open. Reach the arms overhead. Take another long stretch through the body. Inhaling and exhaling it all out. If you are wanting to stay in this position for the final few minutes here, you're welcome to. Arms can come out to the sides as well. If you want to take one last movement before we come into our Shavasana, feel free to join me. Taking the knees together into your dead bug or happy baby pose. So peace fingers around your big toes, or hands just can come to the feet. Keep your tailbone down, bending your elbows to bend your knees. Try to relax your head, neck, and shoulders down to the mat. So you can stay here in static dead bug pose. If you want to start to rock a little side to side, happy baby, maybe start to release one leg out and then the other as you start to move a little further side to side. If you want to take both legs to straighten, keeping the left straighten and then maybe adding the right, you're welcome to. And then slowly release, just taking the legs together and bending at the knees and releasing the whole body down into your Shavasana. Corpse pose, arms and legs just releasing open. Let your whole body feel heavy on the mat. Take a moment, find that symmetry in the body. Allow yourself to become still. Your breath in and your breath out, the only thing moving. Allow yourself this time to let all the work that you've done acclimate to the body. Remembering it for next time, but now allowing yourself to be still. Receive all the benefits of your breath and your movement. Connecting to yourself and to those around you. Staying here for another couple minutes. Knowing that all you have left to do is to breathe in and breathe out. Slowly start to bring yourself back from wherever you've drifted. Gently bending the knees, hugging everything in, rolling off to a side, pressing up slowly as you come back to that comfortable seat. If you've been soaking up too much stress, give yourself a break. Let your body start soaking up some healing energy too. Love yourself enough to help your body relax. Invite the hands to heart center. Gratitude to yourself for taking the time to practice, to breathe and move. The light in me truly honors the light in each one of you as we bow forward. Namaste. Thank you for joining me tonight, and I will see you virtually, that is, again, hopefully soon.